about you?
Thank you, sir. Sorry for the disrespect.
I don't like you recording them when they're having private conversation.
What's recorded?
Huh?
How can I pick their voice from there?
The voice is not, you're not picking it.
I'm going for it.
I'm not from your kids, I don't like it.
I can do it even if I'm using an ultra microphone.
It will still pick. That phone is picking their voices.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you.
Sorry, got the number protect you. I told you go while you today.
All right, Nnamdi Kanu's trial is going hot today. Drama in court as judge orders trial within trial over statements made in DSS custody. Now, let us give you a full analysis of everything that is going on currently in Nnamdi Kanu's trial. This is the full detail. It was a calm Wednesday morning in Abuja as Nnamdi Kanu arrived at the Federal High Court around 9 a.m. for the continuation of his trial instituted by the federal government of the zoo. The courtroom came alive shortly after the registrar announced the case, Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Nnamdi Kanu. The prosecution and defense appearances. The prosecution team announced his appearance. The defense team, led by a senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Kanu Agabi, also informed the court of their readiness to proceed. Both sides agree to continue with the day's business. Cross-examination of the prosecution third witness. Witness PW3, shielded as Mr. CCC, takes the stand, led into the witness box behind a screen for protection. The third prosecution witness, Mr. CCC, swore an oath and began his testimony. I work with the DSS, he told the court. I have served for 27 years. I know the defendant, Nnamdi Kanu. He is the founder and leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, which is classified as a terrorist organization. He also founded Radio Biafra through the often incited violence. Mr. CCC narrated that he first encountered Kanu in 2015 after his arrest. In his words, he said, I was assigned to interrogate him, and I did so in the presence of 3 other officers. I informed him that his interview would be recorded, and he agreed to both audio-visual and written statement. The video interview took place on October 21, 2015, while the written statement was obtained on October 23, 2015. The prosecution then presented both the video recording and the written statement to the witness for identification. He confirmed them as authentic. Defense raises objection, claims statement was made under duress, and that was where the issue started. At this point, the defense interjected. Chief Kanu Agabi's team claimed that the statement presented by the prosecution was obtained under duress. Defense. My lord, our client says he was coerced. He made the statement under pressure. The judge, are you suggesting that all three statements were made involuntarily? Can you prove it? Otherwise, this court will have to conduct a trial within trial to determine the voluntariness of this statement. The judge then directed that the defendant write down the specific reason why he considered the statement involuntary. A sheet of paper was handed to Kanu, and after a short moment, Paul Erokoro's son read the note aloud. Defendant's written note, as in the note that was written by Nnamdi Kanu himself. The note said, I requested for my lawyer and the DSS refused. The man in the dock was not the one who interviewed me. It was a certain Mr. Brown. I was kept in a dungeon with only 1 hour of air time. Mr. Brown told me if I didn't write that, what they wanted, rather, I would lose that hour. I was bleeding from the nose. I wrote some things under pressure. Prosecution response, he was never beaten. The prosecution refuted the claims. The prosecution said he was not beaten or threatened. He gave those statements willingly to establish this. The court reclassified the same witness, Mr. CCC, as PW1TAA for the purpose of the trial within trial. Cross-examination during trial within trial. The prosecution proceeded to examine PW1TAA. Prosecution. Do you know the defendant? The defendant. PW1TAA said, yes, he is the leader of IPOB. The prosecution then asked, do you know anyone named Mr. Brown? PW1TAA, I don't recall that name. I conducted the interview with 2 other colleagues, James, Ibrahim, and Collins. Prosecution. Did the defendant request a lawyer during the interrogation? PW1TAA. He didn't ask me for one. He only said he needed to rest. These people are just crazy. Let's continue. This is getting interesting. Now, PWA, the prosecution now asked, was he in solitary confinement? PW1TAA, I'm not aware of that. In fact, in the video, he was given bottled water, not even sachet water. So I'm surprised by this claim. Prosecution, did he complain of ill health? I'm not a doctor, but he didn't say anything about being sick. The prosecution, did you force him or put words in his mouth? Not at all. He made the statement, the witness said. Now the prosecution went further to ask, did you force him or put words in his mouth? The witness said, not at all. He made the statement willingly and even seemed relaxed. Wow. The prosecution, did you instruct him to write anything about former President Jonathan? The PW1TAA defendant, the witness rather, said, no, my lord, that's not true. We have the video to prove that. Prosecution, may we play the video, my lord? The judge said, not yet. This is still a trial within trial. This is getting interesting. And honestly, I'm actually loving the way the court case is going. First of all, the zoo are beginning to expose themselves. They are beginning to show, all their lies more and more, what they are known for or what they do to people. And I love the fact that they continue to shoot themselves in the leg, in this issue. So a trial within trial is being, done, and we'll be giving you more details concerning this trial on Nnamdi Kanu. But note, let me make you understand what a trial within trial means. A trial within trial is a legal procedure used in criminal trials. particularly in jurisdictions like Nigeria, where a confessional statement, that is, a statement made by the accused admitting to a crime, is tendered as evidence, is essentially a mini trial within the main trial. A mini trial within the main trial, to confirm the evidence. It is essentially a mini trial within the main trial, designed to specifically determine whether the confessional statement was made voluntarily or involuntarily. So that is what is going on currently in court. We'll be giving you more, update as the court continues, and more information will be coming and more videos will also be coming. So stay tuned and help us to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible as we continue to give you more updated information from Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing.
Nigerian government not rearrest of Fabego Channels Television kidnapped Kanu in Kenya in June 2021 and they subsequently extraordinarily renditioned him back to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. So now, before going to the African Charter Article 20 that has given us the impetus and of course the freedom to do what we do, let me search for updated information. Pay attention today, Bokunono. The zoo will be buried today completely. Completely, they're going to hide their faces in shame. Let's see if there is an updated info. It's over for the zoo. Pay attention while I search for any updated info before we go straight into the African Charter that has given us the right to do what we do. And remember, the zoo is signatory to it. Okay, I think there's an updated. Yeah, Okukalekwa. Okukale here. Oh my goodness me. Okukale. Hold on, just a moment. I think I will have to let's go to African Charter first while I take my time to to see the next updated news, to see if truly is updated or if it's the same thing that we have already seen. Let's go to African Charter, Article 20, verses 1, 2, and 3. Where is it? Yes, here we are. All right. Pay attention, please. If you haven't liked the broadcast, you haven't shared it, please, I want you to do so right now while we move into this very important segment of this very broadcast at African Charter. Please like and share the broadcast. Very, very important. Use these few seconds to share the broadcast before we move into this very important segment. Very, very, very important. I can assure you, my people. I want to show the world the reason why there is no any court in the law in the world that can jail a freedom fighter unless it is only what happened in a place whereby nobody is aware, and then it happened unaware. Then years later we begin to hear about it. Listen and listen very good. You see, in Cameroon, In Cameroon, you have a man called Tabe Sisuku. I've made a broadcast about him several times in the past. Many of you who are old timers here will understand what I'm talking about. So Sisuku Tabe is the real leader of Ambazonia War of Liberation. Not even War of Liberation, Ambazonia Governing Council and Ambazonia Liberation Movement. Sisuku Tabe is the main leader who started it. There are two reasons here. Two things happened, which I'm about to talk about. I'm about to tell you right now. I want you to pay attention. Sisuku Tabe started the movement for the independence of Ambazonia before Joe Ayaba joined him. Sisuku Tabe made a mistake. Number one, there was no media. He was unable to set up a media in order to propagate the gospel of redemption and freedom of his people to the international community, to the world at large. Then the government of Cameroon started hunting for his head. Right? They chased him until he fled to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. And the moment Paul Biya realized that Sisuku is currently in the zoo, he put a call across, and the zoo government, I think that should be under Buhari, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was under Buhari, and he was arrested. Either under Buhari or under Obasanjo. Either on, I will check the year because I can't remember which year he was kidnapped in Nigeria. He was not arrested, he was kidnapped. And there was no extradition trial in Nigeria. They did the same thing they did to Nnamdi Kanu. They kidnapped him in Nigeria. I think it was under Buhari. They kidnapped him, automatically renditioned him to Cameroon. And before we even continue with Sisuku, let me tell us, there is a current news now. There's a current news. There's a man from Uganda. Let me tell you another sin, another Kenya crime. There's a man in Uganda who is talking about freedom of Uganda people from Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri Museveni has been in power for the past 30-something to 40 years. Many young people in Uganda today were born, grew up, seeing their president as Yoweri Museveni, and now they are 30-something years. Some of them are 40-something years. Yoweri Museveni is still the president of Uganda. This is the same thing that is happening in Cameroon. So, and it's a crime. It's an abomination. It's an abomination. So, now, there is a man who is calling Yoweri Museveni to retire and leave Uganda alone because Uganda has suffered a lot on his hands. Yoweri Museveni started looking for the man's head, and the man has to flee Uganda to Kenya. I'm telling you what is happening currently now. Yoweri Museveni, upon realizing that the man was in Kenya, he collaborated with Kenyan government led by this idiot now. And they kidnapped him without extradition trial in Kenya. They renditioned him back to Uganda. And today, he is in the custody. I don't know if they have jailed him, illegally jailed him, or is still going through trial. I don't know. But currently, he has been renditioned to Uganda. So Kenya stay adding to their crimes against freedom fighters. You understand? Now, back to Sisuku Tabe. Sisuku Tabe was kidnapped in the zoo and renditioned back to Cameroon. As he was renditioned back to Cameroon, they did that, and we found out was sharply. They jailed him illegally. They gave him life imprisonment in Cameroon. As I'm speaking to you right now, Sisuku Tabe is in the custody, is in the prison, serving life sentence. The same thing. And that is what gave birth to Dr. Cho Ayaba that many of you know today. The story that I'm telling you now, if you are not an old timer, if you have not been following me for the past 5 years, you will not know the story. Are you paying attention? So that is what happened. Sisuku Tabe is serving life sentence unless Ambazonia is free. If not, Sisuku Tabe will serve the sentence. He is there till today. As I'm talking to you now, he's serving life sentence. So the mistake there was that he didn't have media to let the whole world know what is going on, at least to shut the Cameroon down. So this thing France now Burkina Faso because go for so they forgot that Sisuku Tabe is in life sentence without committing any crime, without doing anything, committing no crime known to law. They illegally jailed him in Cameroon. That's why we are shouting. That's why we are shouting for Nnamdi Kanu, because when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, we knew that this is going to be different from his arrest in 2015. Are you paying attention? We knew. I knew it. I knew it. Yes. That's why when the order came from China Sanworu that men should lay down their arms, go home, and should be and will be called back when duty resumes, I said no. It's not going to happen. Because this is the time we needed these arms. This is the time, because our leader has been taken, the Fulani will invade us if we are disorganized. I started shouting on top of my voice on this same platform. Although on our main platform, not this one, but on the same Biafra Unite platforms. I started shouting. I said, no, this is Aro Uneliga Kazo, because this is not the time it is only common sense. You don't need to be told. You don't need to be told that something I go wrong somewhere. Kedu kesi blues our leader. Isizia man or drop if jinaka na sizia. So far now since Nnamdi Kanu no ya obluzi kite emele ya kidnap ya ki asa na how How can you explain it? How? It's because of out of my old experience. That's why you were last time. Why our hit and run fight were end there the moment our prime minister was taken? And nobody should tell me divide the fund, they divide that fund. Because of what? No, na bago to wata. Office in taka. Ya no son me. I will let you know. Because many of them they are saying na fear on social media. Farmer be milisi we ban opio bagro. Farmer be fenema isi we bido. Including many in the Demaru Kefajiko Ebru Juggernaut. They don't know anything in the struggle. They know absolutely nothing in the struggle. I'm telling you. That's when you put a tibembu. Now you see, oh, getting there because I have experience. I cannot all bona. I'll go to one takele office in taka yana soneme because you cannot differentiate them. China Sanworu gave an order our men should lay down their arms, go home. Many listened to that order. Why many said no? No, kitakaini if I jinaka kitakaini because to age our leader Fulani will invade, because that was the plan of Buhari. The plan of Buhari is to invade us. So if you say we should lay down now, how comes they invade us? How do we reconvene in order to challenge them? We said no. Men said no. China Sangoru where turn to something else. I na marania. Where bidon sugidani mi China Sangoru sigidremeni mi sugidani up to na radio Biafra answer. The one that pained me most. The one that pained me most. Three. Commander Ojo, Commander Baby Bush, and Double Lion. Eburu, many commanders, many people. Manding Kebu na compound age for, including our traditional ruler. Including our traditional ruler, Fanya Chicken. The founder. Not the founder. Or should I say the founder, because all Nyawa Boy Bidolia here. The founder of the Eastern Security Network. They killed him. They unalived him. Courtesy of Ejiofor and Benjamin Madugo, sabotage. Yes. China Sangoru tweet here na their platform, which I will continue to save that image till tomorrow, until the day Mazinan de Kanu Yapota. Or see, look at one of the men that I mentioned their names on Radio Biafra. He's among those that have been assassinated. Ojo. He wrote, I still have it. Because the moment that man send the Aluchina Sang DSS send the Aluchina Sangoru the picture so to fast to Tobosiana lifeless. China Sangoru were up there na their platform. It was not in the public. He did not tweet it in the public. It was in their what was that? What was that? Their organization? Was it Family Writers Organization? Family Writers. Let me check. Let me confirm it. Family Writers. I think it was Family Writers or so. Mbochi, thank you, Chidubem Mbochi. Chidubem thank you. Mbochi Orakogoya. They unalived him with some of our men together. They were about three guys. They were unalived. Mbochi Oya. Ebuoya Bufuoya. And they just celebrated it. Benjamin Madugu celebrated it because they were coming from a meeting in his own house. They were all individual as well. Then they celebrated it. Yes, Ebugoya. Fechena Wepumbochina ESN Ethiopia. They continue to sabotage us. China Sangoru. Well, join us Soludo, which is Soludo confessed, confirmed. We're offer repentant IPOB members, repentant ESN members. Soludo. How many of you know what I'm talking about here? How many of you know? It was Family Writers. China Sangoru sent it to their Family Writers WhatsApp group. Now look at Ojo. He's among those that I mentioned their names in the comment section. After he received the picture from the DSS, he posted it on their WhatsApp group, Family Writers WhatsApp group. And one of them who was just there, but he's not there, who did not like what they are doing, send it to us. And it was it. Now let us read from the African Charter. This is Organization of African Unity, Organization of African Organisation de l'Unité Africaine. Definitely French.